Are we recording? Yeah? Okay. Here we go. Hi there! My name is Julia and welcome to my channel. I'll admit this is kind of a new experience for me. I've never really made a YouTube channel before. But hey, new things are good, right? I wanted to make this channel about something that I love, and the first thing that came to mind is a thing called Pathfinder. Now, if you've never heard of it, that's understandable. Pathfinder is a pretty nerdy hobby, to be honest. For those of you that don't know what Pathfinder is, it's what's called a role-playing game, where people make characters and use those characters to explore a world, fight monsters, tell a story, and above all, have fun. Pathfinder and the games like it are set in a medievally fantasy-type universe, like the Lord of the Rings, the Wheel of Time series, the Inheritance Cycle, or the Graceling Realm. If you love magic, dragons, or really cool adventures, you'll probably like Pathfinder. Now, I'll be the first to admit it's pretty hard to just pick up Pathfinder and start playing. You have to know what these numbers mean, and you're gonna have to have some pretty weird looking dice. Like this one, or this one, or maybe some of these, or maybe one of those. Actually, probably not one of those, but you get what I'm saying. If you want to play Pathfinder, you're gonna need some more people, like a GM or Game Master who tells the story and runs the adventure. You'll also need a couple other people to play characters to help you along through the adventure. Now, if you think that Pathfinder sounds awesome, don't let this discourage you from trying it. Local game stores often run Pathfinder groups, and those are super fun. If that's not your speed, find the fellow nerds at your job or at your school or even online. Additionally, there are loads of free resources online that can help get you started. All the rulebooks and tutorials you could possibly want are just a Google search away. In fact, I'll make it even easier. In the description of this video, I'll link to some things that I found helpful when I was getting started. One other thing I would say is this: don't get bogged down by the statistics. Pathfinder is about having fun and working with a team to come up with creative solutions to a problem. If you spend your time trying to memorize how many hit points a certain monster has or how you could make the best character possible, you lose some of the fun. A good game of Pathfinder works best if you have a group of people with different strengths and different talents who all work together to make a good team. This really brings me to the crux of what I love about Pathfinder. There's something in it for everyone. If you love acting and performing, then learn your character. Try to get into their mindset, develop a new speech pattern and a new accent. Try to immerse yourself in how your character would think and would act and play the game that way. If you love lore and history, take a dive down some of the world-building books and websites that are out there. Learn about the past battles and the histories of nations and how the Pantheon of Gods was founded. If you love math and numbers, really get into the dice. Look at the probabilities of critical hits and of maximum damage. And if you love telling a story, maybe be a GM. I myself am a GM, which means I'm in charge of a heck of a lot. I run the games, play the monsters, and above all, I tell the story. While every player is of course involved in telling the story of a game, it's really the GM's job to make sure that everything goes smoothly. I have spent countless hours writing, reading, drawing, prepping for these games that I love, and so many good times have happened because of it. Now, this brings me back to something that I mentioned earlier, what I want this channel to be. I, as you might have guessed, deeply enjoy Pathfinder, so I want to share it. Here, I'll tell stories from my time as a GM and put my experiences out there as a resource for anyone who wants to tune in. Now, of course, I don't claim to know everything, but whether this is your first time hearing about Pathfinder or whether you've been playing for years, hopefully we can all learn something. And if not, we can definitely have fun along the way. Until next time, my fellow nerds, keep writing, keep reading, keep learning, and keep having fun. Bye.